there and welcome back to my channel, or if this is your first time here, welcome to the channel for the first time. It's Nancy Beauvier here with Agape and NEXsteps. I was speaking at an event a bit ago, and I was speaking specifically about estate planning and about estate administration. And after the event, a woman came up to me and she asked if I could help her a little bit. She was quite concerned. She was in the very early stages of managing eldercare for her aging parents. And it brought me back to when I started NEXsteps, just about 2 years ago now, a little over 2 years ago now. And when I started NEXsteps, my goal and my focus was to help ensure that everything was in place and that people understood what was required throughout the aging process, and to make sure that things were done and the transitions happened as smoothly and seamlessly as possible and with the least distress possible. So I welcome the opportunity to be able to speak about that again, and it kind of triggered me speaking about that and doing my article this week about navigating eldercare. It has been a while since I've spoken specifically about that topic, so I think it's an important thing to bring back to people and bring it to their attention. So one of the most difficult things is, as adult children, recognizing that our parents are aging and that they require assistance. Now, it's not just difficult for us, it's difficult for our parents as well. These are the people who have been responsible for taking care of us our whole lives. And now, because of their aging, because of their declining health or their declining mobility, they suddenly have to start becoming dependent on their dependents, on their children. So it's difficult for them to accept that, but it's also so difficult for so many children to accept the fact that their parents do need that help. There's a lot of denial in where our parents are cognitively, physically, and of course we don't want to take away their independence. So how do we navigate that? Well, that's the topic in the article on my website. So if you hop over there, there's a complete outline that will tell you the main steps about what you need to consider when you're navigating eldercare. Now, obviously, one of the main things is to deal with the whole emotional output of it. It is, as I pointed out, it's very difficult to see your parents as vulnerable and to have to be doing for them when they have been taking care of you for so long. And then there's the whole issue of not overstepping, trying your best to navigate that without overstepping with your parents. But there are also other considerations when you're navigating the eldercare. There's the whole thing about making sure that they're safe. Are they able to stay in their own home? Can their home be retrofitted in order to make it safe for them to stay there if they're having diminished mobility or diminished cognitive function? Is there accessibility to home care to come in and help maybe with medications or with showers or light housekeeping? Are there those kinds of supports out there? Find out about that. But then also be open to the fact that there may be a better choice, which is to transition your parents into some form of seniors housing, whether that is an independent community or whether it is a supported living environment. And if their cognition or their health conditions are deteriorated enough, they may need long-term care. The best thing about those seniors communities is it provides the opportunity for socialization. We all know how important socialization is for our mental health, for our well-being. We're social animals. We need to have that engagement. And if your parents are living in the home that they've lived in for the last 20, 30, 40 years, maybe their neighbors have moved away, or maybe they've passed away, and their social network shrinks. So if they're not getting that social engagement, their cognition is going to decline even more rapidly. So take that into consideration. But make sure that you are working with your parents and make sure that you find the appropriate community so that they're comfortable and engaged. Now, that opens up another issue, which is that of managing healthcare. There are a lot of things. There's going to be more doctor's appointments, more specialist appointments. There could be a lot of tests that are required. Those are going to take time for you to get your parents to these tests. So make sure that you have a support network as well. Somebody that can help get your parents to these appointments so that you have some balance in your life still. Because when you are managing the care of an aging loved one, it will interfere with your work life, your personal life, and your own family life while you are caring for them. That doesn't mean you don't do it. It means that you find a way to balance it and to get support. There may be additional costs having to do with health struggles as well, or with housing issues. Perhaps there are devices that your aging parents might need. There may be wheelchairs, there may be occupational therapy, there may be different requirements to keep them healthy that will cost money. So you have to take into consideration financial concerns as well. So make sure that your parents are speaking with you honestly about what their finances look like and what they can actually manage. Now that's important on several levels. First of all, it's important because while you're helping them navigate this, you need to make sure that you're going to have enough money to get them through to the end of their lives. But it's also important because your parents should have their legal documents in place as well. They should have their will. They should have an enduring power of attorney prepared, and they certainly should have a medical directive so that when the time comes that they can't speak for themselves, they have an advocate who already is aware of what's going on. And also what their wishes are. You want to make sure that you are choosing somebody to be your advocate who understands and will respect what your wishes are. But that enduring power of attorney, share that information, make sure that your parents have shared where important documents are, where their bank accounts are, what kind of investments they have. The more information you have now, the more seamless and the easier things will be down the road, eventually when you're having to deal with the estate administration. So again, I invite you to hop over to my website, check out that article, get some key points on there, reach out if you have any questions, any comments. You can join our mailing list. And of course, if you have any need for any services that I can assist you with, please reach out. I'm more than happy to help. Thanks very much. I look forward to talking to you next week. Bye for now.